The old man's gonna knock on the sky. Listen to the sound.
Alright, so I'm going to go over real quick what I did wrong on my very first build with this Demibot. The first thing I did was I used a TPS69 for both my video transmitter and my receiver. And I wired the video wrong. I was able to get video feed from the camera, but I didn't have any OSD, the on-screen display from the flight controller. And that was because I wired the 69 directly to the camera instead of the flight controller. So when I soldered the camera to the flight controller, then the video camera out of the 69 to the flight controller, that's when I figured out that particular problem. The next thing I screwed up on was the configuration of the ESC. When I flashed the ESC and the flight controller, I do believe I thought I fried the flight controller, so I bought a brand new one. And so this is a brand new one. This is going to go in the Grinderino. I didn't need a new flight controller, thank God. And what ended up happening was I had a bad USB cable for my computer for the configuration, and it ended up showing up as not being there. So once I got a new cable for my laptop, things started working out better. The configuration, I messed up the motor in the Wizard. I messed up the motor order in the Wizard of Betaflight. I messed up the motor direction, and just about every single motor in BL Heli. I have it on my phone and on my laptop. I was trying both of them. I was trying to get whatever I could to work, and when I was trying to force these to move in the right direction, I ended up screwing up everything in the ESC configuration so horribly that I had to undo everything I did to figure out what was wrong. So once I flashed everything back to beginning, started all over again, I ended up figuring out that I had the motor order correctly from Betaflight 10.9. That ended up working out okay. Then I went to BL Heli, flashed the ESC, got all the motors working in the correct direction. Once I did that, flight test, I think it was like 15, I started to figure out I needed to diagnose because all the motors were working correctly, and the way it was flipping like a particular motor. So I would diagnose the ESC problem by just going on YouTube, and the three things are the flight direction, motor direction, or propeller wrong. And when I ended up never looking at it, because I always calibrated this sitting on a flat surface, and I didn't notice that when I tilted it forward, it actually showed in the computer the calibration was tilting it sideways. So the ESC calibration was off. Once I got the ESC calibration correctly, the drone finally works. And now it maidens, now it flies, but I have to wait until Winter Storm Jerry goes away. So it took a while, but it is my first build. And when it's my first build, you never know what you're gonna do right, or never know what you're gonna do wrong until you do it. So I had to figure all this stuff out on my own, and that was just a point of pride of myself, because if I'm gonna start doing this, I have the extra parts. I could build all the drones I want. So I'm gonna start building some 3-inch, 2-inch, and maybe a couple more 5s. But the Demibot is done. Geez, I got a Caddx TPS69. I ended up using the Foxeer antenna. I do a lost drone. The LED lights purple. This is from FlyHigh. The printout, all the stuff come from Ummagawd. And the next project on the list, like I said, is the Grinderino. So we're gonna get this built. I'm gonna put the same flight controller in this, probably the same ESC, and I'll go from there. But my first build, congratulations, good job. I might have only flown for what, 3 seconds in the video that I posted this earlier, and the amount of pride I feel for trying to figure this out for months and having it finally work was totally worth it. So I can build, and the trick now is to reproduce my wonderful success. So hopefully, I'm not gonna do build videos because there's many people out there who can do very, very better jobs than I can. But I just wanted to go over real quick the things I did wrong in my very first build, and YouTube is a very good resource trying to figure out what you're doing wrong. Also, there's Discord tabs, there's people out there that are willing to help, and you never know when you're gonna come across somebody that you run into a certain thing, because I thought the TPS69 for the Demibot was a perfect solution, and it fits absolutely wonderfully in this thing with the capacitor and everything there, and with plenty of room to spare. So I love TPS, and TPS is my thing. I don't need to do ELRS. I'm going to keep going TPS. I even have tracer. So I am going to be TPS all the way, probably going to be analog for a very long time until digital comes down. But thanks for tuning in. I just wanted to go over what I did wrong, and we're going to go into the future building more stuff. So thanks for being here, and if you like my video, hit like, subscribe. New setup, working on cleaning things and making things better, so more quality content like Mike's. So all right, 2024, we're here, let's do this. Peace out. And of course, remember, any day you get to fly is a good day.
Just let us deflower you.